take you. And you're hoping that whatever the world will take you.
Hello everybody and welcome to the show. This is happening number 9. I am your captain, Tim Batt. Welcome aboard. Good to see some new people joining us live. If you're here while this is happening, congratulations, you nailed the timing. I'm proud of you. All going to plan. There will be a happening twice a week and this is one of those 2 times. So we're going to try and lock this in. Got a freaking huge show for you today. If it's your first time around these parts, welcome, haere mai. What we like to do here is put the art in party. We're trying to keep your mind off things by celebrating the inventiveness and creativity of human beings for 90 minutes twice a week. And holy smokes, we got a big old show for you today, folks. It's so funny. I planned these shows out. And the day before, I'm like, oh, man, how am I going to fill the 90 minutes? And then I'll just put a tweet out or something being like, yo, send me some stuff. And then just an avalanche of creativity and art gets dumped into my inbox. And it is fantastic. Sudsy is loving the outfit. Very good. Secret Beetle, good morning. We've got a great 4th edition of Secret Beetle's segment, What's on the Cards, coming up this episode. A little teaser for you. Nota is in the comments and has just watched Cats 2019, a film that I have seen 7 times so far. And I'm very excited to be watching the director's commentary soon with Big Tommy Hooper explaining how such an incredible piece of art came into being. I got a little bit obsessed with Cats. I had to give it some breathing room, but that movie is phenomenal in the very literal sense of the word. Like, it is a phenomenon of some sort. It's crazy. Lauren's tuning in from Ireland. Good evening. Great to hear from you. I want to kick right in with something that got delivered to me via my inbox, and this is a comedy outfit. Let me find the email, actually. I want to make sure I name the right bit of the states where they're from. It's an outfit called Normal Comedy. And I'm about to play a short film of theirs called Texas Roadhouse. And their friend, this isn't even a dude who's in the troupe, but just one of their mates, this guy Mac, emailed it in and said, some friends of mine make these sketches out of Denver, Colorado. And so this is Sabatu, Ty, Matt, Evan, Danny, and Aubrey. And this is like my favorite shit to stumble across online, right? You find someone who's making some stuff, or a collection of people who are making some stuff, and it's completely undiscovered. These guys put this video out on YouTube 3 months ago, and it's had like 30 views. So I'm so stoked to be able to showcase it for you guys, because I freaking love this little short film. Oh, actually, sorry, before we do that, we probably should check in on how everything's going around the place. So let's check in on planet Earth. That looks like it's live. Yep, that's from NASA. That is the blue marble that we're on right now, everybody. Looking pretty good. It's looking all right if you zoom out a little bit, eh? You know? Oh boy, I got the code up. I don't know how to get rid of that. Let me fix that up and bring you into keyboard cam. It's back, babies. Everybody loves a bit of keyboard cam. All right, so we've got planet Earth. We've got, what else do we have for you today? I think we've got, oh, it's not tabbing across, but I wanted to show you guys the pandas. See how the pandas are going. Looks like they might be asleep at the moment. I find it staggering that we've only just figured out, because apparently some pandas started fucking and amongst everyone being in isolation. We only just figured out that the reason they were not copulating is because humans kept interrupting them. Do you fuck when there's people around? some of you do, but a lot of you don't. Why didn't we try that before? God's sake. And of course, it is incumbent on us every episode to make sure we check on the chooks, see how they're doing. It looks like it might have sort of... Oh, no, we're good. Now, is that live? We're going to check if it's live. All right, here are the chooks. Chooks, like they're doing pretty well. I checked up on them last night, and it was snowing. I got a bit concerned for them, but they're looking very happy, very sun-kissed. So, no, that's good. That's what we want to see. Some happy chooks eating their feed, having a scratch around. Very good stuff. All right, folks, as I teased earlier, this comedy outfit is called Normal Comedy. You should look them up on YouTube. As yet, they have just dose videos on their channel with a total of 60 views, which is incredible to me because this rules. So you should subscribe to their shit. Let's really surprise them by adding a few subscribers to their account. But without further ado, here is the short film, Texas Roadhouse.
So good to see you guys. This is so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally do it again. Oh, and remember, crackers, not saltines.
Take care, man.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
What do y'all do for a living?
I play music in this band called Corsicana.
Wow! Sounds like bullshit! Let's talk about me now! Don't get me wrong, driving's just my side gig. Drive your fucking car! My real dream is to be a manager of the Texas Roadhouse. You know, like the restaurant. So I do this as a sort of a trial. I'm testing my primal managerial instincts. Everything you see, door to door, is to a T, precisely like the Roadhouse itself. We got steak, we got mashed beans, table tea, hell, even the sauce is homemade.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
What? You think this Cajun horseradish is just gonna turn itself? Oh boy, just imagine one day my own Roadhouse.
Yeah, man, sounds cool. Hey, this is my stop.
And one more thing before you go, sir. It seems that as of late, a lot of my customers have not been enjoying the Roadhouse experience for whatever reason. If I keep getting all this negative feedback, then they're gonna terminate me. And I just want to make sure that it was satisfactory for you.
Sure, dude. Cool. Yeah. It was all right. Hey, did you lock the door?
Maybe you didn't hear me. I didn't ask if it was all right. I asked if it was satisfactory. Good. Great. Maybe even worth a whopping 5 lone stars.
Hey, man, I need to go.
You're not going anywhere until you give me 5 motherfucking stars on that ass!
Oh, fuck. Jesus, man. It was just gonna be like 3 stars, right? Like nothing bad, just like 3.
3 stars? Do I look like some kind of cheap whore to you?
Not cheap whore, like good whore, like fun whore, like expensive.
Give me 5 stars now!
I can't!
5 stars now!
I can't!
5 stars!
I can't! I just can't! I'm sorry! I'm a vegan!
What?
I don't think that, but even when didn't eat steak. I just went to Outback Steakhouse.
You just made one Texas-sized mistake. We're gonna make this right. We're gonna make this real right.
It's just an Uber, man. It's just an Uber.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
So normally I wouldn't play stuff. I think I just cut their credits off, which is a massive faux pas. Sorry, I genuinely thought it was over. I wouldn't play stuff that has been made outside of these quarantine times, but it just hit so many boxes for me. Firstly, I loved it. And secondly, massively underappreciated online. It's like a little hidden gem that's on YouTube. I think I've tied myself up a little bit tight. It's hard to swallow in here, but that's the price of looking good, everyone. A lot of love for that in the comments. So once again, that is normal comedy. That's what you search on YouTube. If you find more than one, that movie's called Texas Roadhouse, and I think they've got at least one more little short film on their channel. So you should look them up, subscribe, hit the belly bell, and that will encourage them to make more stuff and put it online. Those cats are from Denver, Colorado. I loved that a lot. Now, Gabby, who joined us last episode via Skip, has sent in some more Catch and Beak of the Week. This is something that she does at her work just to kind of cheer people up and make sure everyone's having a good time. And she gets a unique... Oh, it's still streaming stuff. I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. You can't even see that. This is just for me. A new bird and fish that she pops up a little info chart for at her office just to keep everyone educated and up to date. Let me bring that up so I can see it as well. What crazy ass fish have we got here? The red-bellied pacu. The red-bellied pacu can be found in the Amazonian water basin of tropical South America. As a close relative to piranhas, the main difference is the shape of the teeth and jaw alignment. Pacus have a less severe underbite and their teeth are squarish and straight with a remarkable resemblance to human teeth. Oh, geez, I hadn't looked at that photo. That is freaky. Oh, I don't like that at all. It's like I'd call it a grandpa fish if I found it, because it looks like it's got semi-perfect dentures. Young fish have a distinctive red belly, but when they reach adulthood, they lose this feature and become mostly grey. If kept captive, they can be fed fruits, vegetables, and seeds, and have been known to eat smaller fish if kept in the same tank. These are terrifying fish. They can easily outgrow their tank and can reach up to 88 centimeters in length, 25 kg in weight. That's the size of not just a toddler. 25 kg is like, I don't know, a small 9-year-old? A 7-year-old maybe? That's a big old fish with human teeth. Man, powerful stuff. That is Gabby's catch of the week. And let me see if I can bring up the beak of the week. Just for us, she's picked a New Zealand native animal, the kakapo. Native to New Zealand, the magnificent kakapo evolved without any natural predators, making them extremely vulnerable when humans eventually settled in their habitat. Only about 150 adult kakapos are still alive today. The kakapo is known for its comical ground waddling. They are unable to fly. When faced with a predator, they tend to freeze and stare rather than attempt to flee. Our animals are so bad at staying alive. One male will mate with many females, but female kakapos choose only one mate, leading to a lack of genetic diversity in the offspring and very low fertility rates. Scientists have implanted transmitters in almost every kakapo alive today and raise eggs in labs to ensure the chicks survive. They create 3D printed eggs which quiver and make noise, just like the real eggs, for the wild kakapo mothers to sit on during nesting. I did not know that. I think from memory, Gabby might be in the Bay Area. This is good research because I didn't know that about kakapo. So we swap out the fake egg. We give them a fake egg so they've got something to do and they don't get stressed out. And we look after the real egg to make sure no stokes get to it. It's a good plan. Scientists got this figured out. Yeah, man, they look like human teeth on that fish, eh? Is crazy. Holy shit, where's that clip been hiding? Thanks for sharing. Yeah, absolutely. See, this is the thing, man. YouTube is full of these little hidden gems of short filmmakers from places like Denver, Colorado that are just completely undiscovered. This is the kind of the joy and the problem with the internet. Nowadays, there's just so much of everything that the real key is being good at marketing. If you've got something kind of crap, but you're good at marketing, it can get way more popular than something amazing if you're good at making things but crap at marketing, you know? You understand what I'm getting at. Please show us the kakapo, Timbo. Oh, did you not see it? I'll bring it back. My apologies. That's the kakapo poster. Can you let me know if you can see? I'm hoping you can see that. It's a beautiful bird, but they do look quite silly, like a lot of birds in New Zealand. They're very fat, and they just kind of waddle around because they don't have a very good body-to-wing ratio. Our national emblem for the internationals is, of course, the kiwi, which is a flightless bird, ironically donning the wings of every Air Force plane that we have. You wouldn't read about it. Thank you so much, Gabby, for submitting another catch and beak of the week. Tyler sent in something that I love. Oh, once again, I've caught myself out here by not loading the thingy in. Back in the day, people used to record things on these old cameras called DV, mini DV. And they've got a very particular look to them. It was like, if you've seen a lot of skate videos from the late 90s, early to mid 2000s, you'll be familiar with this kind of aesthetic. It's a cool look. They were a real pain in the ass to use. I had a mini DV camera back in the day, and you had to it wasn't like now when you tape something onto an SD card or a hard drive on a camera and you just download it into the computer. You had to basically videotape what was on the tape onto your computer in real time, and then something would always go wrong, and it was a bad scene. Oh, it looks like I didn't download Tyler's Jackass video, so we'll get to that later. But right now, I wonder if this will buy me enough time to... Oh, yeah, I know what we'll do. So, we got Scara in the comments. That's Secret Beetle, who you can see chatting to us live. I don't know whether... Can you move the comments? It's in one of these directions. She's been giving us a multi-episodic segment called What's on the Cards, giving us a bit of tarot reading, and this is the latest, maybe final, I don't know. But either way, this is the 4th edition of What's on the Cards.
So the last couple of readings, the last 3, haven't been super good, and I can acknowledge that. I can see that that's a little upsetting. So I thought I'd switch decks one last time, one last try to get things, just get a little bit of a more positive reading, so that we can see what's coming in the next few days. Okay, so nicely new shuffled deck. Let's have a look and see what's coming, and I'm sure we've got some good stuff coming just in the near future. So let's look at the first card there. Well, obviously this is where we are right now, you know, dealing with this huge threat just under the surface there, but you know, that's where we are right now. And let's have a look at the next card, and we can see maybe where we're going to be in the future. So we'll just have a look here. And we can see that, you know, obviously it's not going to be easy, per se. I don't think anyone thought that. So, we're going to have to fight together on this, which, I mean, I think that's probably what this card is trying to sort of show. We need to, and maybe when we do that, we can all work together and we can see what the result is. So I've had some thoughts about this, and I have decided that probably the future is something that we are not supposed to know about. And what do the cards know about the future anyway? So disregard these segments, and I'm going to get a new hobby.
Love that contribution from Secret Beetle. A good running gag that we got 4 episodes out of. I like the idea of tarot reading as long as it's not taken too seriously. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's like horoscopes. No one really believes in horoscopes, but everyone wants to hear their one. If you would like to hear your horoscope, leave what star sign you are in the comments and I'll make one up. I'll vibe it. It'll be all good. Now, you can have a chat to Secret Beetle. And I would love to see more content from you, Skara. So if you do get another hobby that's like videotapeable, please send it in. That would be fantastic. I was teasing before a little bit of content from Tyler, who sent in something that made me very nostalgic for the old days of these old mini DV video cameras. And he sent in a very simple email. I wonder if I've got that. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. Hello, Tim. Here's a short clip of me doing Jackass stuff when that was a thing if you got desperate for content. That was a thing if you got desperate for content. Just started learning Premiere Pro, so I'm a novice when it comes to formatting and pulling together 13-year-old footage from DVR tapes. Much cheer and thank you for the content from Tyler. So let's check out some classic late 90s, early 2000s Jackass DIY content.
Hey, stop filming now.
Oh, that was sweet.
Does that look alright?
Yeah, I have. This guy's got balls. Probably very small balls at the moment because this water's like fucking freezing. Oh, yep.
Oh, well, it's alright.
Very.
That's just some good, clean fun from some Kiwi boys. You love to see it. That's from Tyler, who sent that in from 13 years ago. What a time machine, man. If you were like roughly the same age as me, I'm 32, I think. I think that's right. You will have a group of mates that definitely comes to mind who were making that kind of content back in the day. Okay. Tom Katsumi, good to see you on the live stream here, bud. Aquarius, the water sign. You're in for a fantastic week this week. Your lucky numbers are 1, 3, 9, 200, and 1,003. Your lucky flavour is Tabasco, and you need to beware of people who do not bring Tabasco into your life. It may be hard to find Tabasco in these uncertain times, but if you can find it, you will be aided in your life by Tabasco. That's your horoscope. Okay, Aries, Molly. Molly is an Aries, which is the sign of air as an animal, like a Aries. A lucky week in store for you. You want to look out for eggs and then avoid them. If you see eggs, get away from them. It may be too late for you because we've just had Easter Sunday, if that's a day that you observe. But if not, you want to make sure there's no eggs in your life. And I'm not just talking about actual eggs. I'm talking about people who are eggs as well. You want to avoid those people. Your lucky number is, there's only one and it's 5. Your lucky number is 5. Sagittarius, now this is crazy and wild, but Sarah, Sagittarius, find a way to gamble just a little bit, because Mars is in your quadrant, which means gambling is a go. Gemini for Harry, the two-faced bitch of the horoscope world, of the zodiac. Gemini, for one day you'll be really lovely to everyone, and then the next day you'll be really mean to everyone, and it's going to be a fantastic clean out of who your most hardened friends are who can put up with your bullshit. Your lucky number is 1. Okay. A great guy called Connor Bowden has made a couple of little short films for us. I'm going to play them 2 in a row, like a cool radio station. Connor Bowden, this is his first film called Drag and Drop. Enjoy.
Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No! What? Oh, whatever. Okay. Okay, come on. Just let me. Oh, you piece of.
That's kind of Bowden there. Highly relatable and very inventive filmmaking that he's sent in to us. That's the first of 2. I'm just going to go right ahead and play his second one as well. This one, crazy good. Look at the technical aspects on this. This is Late Night Brew from Connor Bowden. That is Connor Bowden. A couple of films from him. That last one is Late Night Brew. Thank you, Connor. Good to see people doing some stuff while in lockdown, not slowing them down. In fact, here's the email that Connor sent. Hey, Tim. My name is Connor. I'm a filmmaker isolating in Christchurch, my hometown. Born and raised. I have been making some short films during the lockdown period. Would love to have them feature on your web show if they interest you. Well, guess what, Connor? They did, and they have. They have featured on this here, Happening number 9. If you would like to get in touch with me on the show, this is a live stream, everyone. This is happening right in front of your freaking eyes. So you can give us a ring on Skype. Now, long-time listeners of the show will know that I have historically struggled on Skype and will continue to do that today. But we're going to be hearing from a few guests in a little bit. I believe Guy Montgomery will be joining us, and we've got a brand new guest joining us to deliver some poems live for the Poetry Corner, and then do a little brainstorming session with everyone in the comments. So if you want to get in touch, please do so. Drop me a line. I think the best way to do it is if you find the account on Skype, look up like Happening Show or the email address or whatever, and then give me a wave, and then I'll just bloody ring you, and hopefully it will work. Who knows if it actually will or not, because, technology. It's tricky sometimes. It's hard. Now, we've got another fantastic bit of animation that has been sent in from Liam McGruin. I hope I'm saying Liam's surname correctly. He works at flicks.co.nz. Great New Zealand website looking at cinema. And Liam has been making some animations just in his spare time. He did this incredibly cool one that's in the last episode, which you should check out if you haven't yet. But this is one he actually sent to me earlier, and I sort of missed it over in the email, so I didn't see it, unfortunately. So this is an animation he did based on a podcast called Frickin' Dangerous Bro, which is 3 Kiwi comedians. And yeah, here it is. Here's his animation of a little segment from the Frickin' Dangerous Bro show podcast from Liam.
Filipino brother who can fucking transform into a wolf or some shit.
Well, you do have a Filipino guy in
We
the
do.
MCU.
Who's that?
Batista. But he's not Filipino. But Drax isn't like, okay, Peter Quill. Come with me and Groot over there, and then we'll beat Thanos over there with the thing, and then I'll punch him like Manny Pacquiao.
I don't.
God and Jesus will help me punch Thanos. I will say prayer and Jesus will help me punch Thanos.
Isn't that right, Groot?
And then Groot is Māori.
Yeah.
And he's like, call Groot Aho.
Call Groot Aho.
Groot Aho.
That's all he does. Every line is call Groot Aho.
Call Groot Aho.
Like with different emotions, and it's still played by Vin Diesel.
Who would be Middle Eastern? Be Thanos.
Thanos for sure, right?
Yeah, he gives off Middle Eastern vibe. That massive ass.
What is
chin,
Middle Eastern?
That's a real Middle Eastern. That's a
What
Middle
is
Eastern.
What's Middle Eastern Thanos sound like?
That Infinity Gauntlet looks really nice. Looks really, really nice. Is that 18 karat? Is that 18 karat
Yo,
gold?
it wouldn't be an Infinity Gauntlet. It would be an Infinity necklace. You just put all the Infinity Stones on a
I
gold
hope
chain.
it's okay. I'm going to melt it down, make it into a chain, and make an infinity chain. Because it's going to go really good with my Versace shirt.
He's an open shirt, dude, with a gold necklace with all the Infinity Stones on it.
And he's got a beautiful tuft of hair coming up the top of his shirt.
Over his purple skin.
Over his purple skin.
His chain is just bouncing on his tuft of hair. Okay, I'm going to snap my finger. Everybody get a Mercedes.
Hello, we're back. That was a little interstitial for the next bit, but that was Liam, by the way, who, do I have it? Yeah, you better believe I got a Chiron for him. Right now, though, I'm going to leave the Chiron up, but put another person on, which is a very confusing way to do business on the show. This is Oliver, who's joining corner. Hey, man. How you doing, Oliver?
Good, thanks, Timbo.
Sorry, we had some stuff from Connor earlier, so I got all confused. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see you a little bit better. Oh, you're a good-looking cowboy. You got a good setup there. Where are you?
Down in New Plymouth.
Fantastic. How's New Plymouth today?
Pretty good. Yeah, sun's out. We had a thunderstorm this morning, but I cleaned out my gutters last night, so no blockages.
Nice one. We got a bit of wet today in Auckland as well, which is good because our water supply is down historically.
Yeah, no.
We're in trouble.
Oh, great.
We're not here to talk about that, though. Oliver, you sent in a couple of absolute pearlers, one haiku and one sort of, I think was it a rhyming couplet? I can't even remember.
I'm not sure. I don't know what the... Something.
I'm not here to put your art in a box, man. I just want to hear it. So, do you have your poems in front of you at the moment?
Yep. I got them here. Yep.
Would you mind please delivering for us, for our enjoyment, Urinal Pube?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. It's not called that. It's called. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, what's it called? No, what's it called?
It's just called Lament.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Yep. All right. Okay. Here we go. Long stood tall amongst your brethren, a life lived with conquests to exotic valleys and mountains. Battle weary from once more engaging the elastic foe, The morning light blankets your troops. As the enemy retreats, victory is near. Your concentration wanes, and in a weak moment, you lose your footing, falling, cascading down. The golden waterfall you have guarded your entire life. Now alone, you lie in a cauldron of porcelain, urinal pube.
That was beautiful, man. I'm sorry that I blew the ending on that one, but
Yeah, come on,
I don't
Phil.
think I could take away all the power of such a beautiful piece. So good.
That's all good.
Can
So,
I hear
yeah.
your haiku, please?
Oh, yep. I've got that one here somewhere. Yeah, it's a sort of... Okay, here we go. Forget flash cars, girl. I have salt, sugar, and rice filling my pantry.
Truly a poem for our times.
Yeah, man, I'm going nuts here, eh? So,
had you written both of these pieces in lockdown, or what's the story?
Yeah, I wrote the haiku in lockdown, but I've been sitting on the I think I wrote the urinal pube one a couple of years ago. It's just been sitting on my phone. I've got a bunch of random ideas I just saved on my phone. I'm just an engineer, so sometimes I write things down and come back to them.
No engineer is just an engineer, Oliver. You're a multifaceted, three-dimensional person, clearly with a gift for the written word.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You're getting some very positive comments in the on the comments, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
In the live,
right.
gorgeous,
I'll
absolutely
have a look
beautiful
later.
poetry. Yeah, you should.
Oh,
you should
thank
catch up with that. Now, before we do the next thing that we were going to have a chat about, I'm just going to play the Poetry Corner titles again to round this segment off, unless you've got some other poem I didn't even know about that you want to do.
I have, I could do a quick one.
Oh, amazing. Hell
I did another topical one. Okay. This one. Yeah, okay, here we go. And now I'm not sure how people pronounce the name of the region in China, but of using my artistic liberty to decide how I want it rhymed.
Sure.
This is a limerick format.
Cool.
There once was a man from Wuhan who was a fan of bat chewing. Until a bat said, "Fuck you, you can have my bat flu. Now my Instagram brunches are ruined."
You have taken a bit of liberty there with the pronunciation, I think, but fair play to you. You're an artiste, and the heart wants what the heart wants. Oliver, let me round this off with a little book end on the Poetry Corner.
Oh, excellent. Thanks.
Beautiful titles there from, I think there was Barnaby and Thomas Cottle put together, their powers combined. Now, Oliver, we were going to do another thing here, which is have a bit of a live discussion with the people in the comments. So people who are watching the live stream right now, get to your keyboard, please, because we need your input on this. You are thinking of doing a segment on the show, but you wanted a bit of guidance. Talk us through what's happening here.
Yeah, that's right. So, okay. So basically, in the last couple of years, we've had these escape room businesses that have popped up all over the world, and I kind of felt like there's sort of a lot of them are sort of outlandish scenarios, and hard to relate to. Like, there's been a murder, or there's a bank heist, and we have to crack some codes or something. And I was kind of thinking, maybe there's something in here, some scenarios for the everyman, for the everyday person who a little bit more realistic to solve, in an escape room scenario. And I wasn't really sure what the right. I basically wrote a bunch of these scenarios. I'm not really sure what the right sort of format is for them. Maybe it's a coffee table book or a Facebook page, or maybe a short animated happening show segment of some sort within my skill set to produce.
Do you do a bit of animation as well, in addition to the engineering and the poetry?
So the thing about engineering animation is you basically use 3D modeling source software and just place objects for design anyway. So it wouldn't be moving animation, it'd be more 3D model something, and that's one of the.
You're getting the thing that you do at work for science, and you're turning it into art.
Well, exactly. Why start something from scratch when I can screen share. I put a couple of bullet points on PowerPoint at the moment.
You'd love to see it. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, here we go. Screen share. Is that sharing now?
That's now blasters, a terrifying view. Here we go. Segment brainstorming concept. Let me expand this so I can read it a bit easier too. Commercial escape room scenarios. Oh, you read this?
Yep. So this is basically just what I talked through. So, what about some more realistic scenarios that the people can really excel at, that they already have skills. So here we go. So here's just two examples. I don't want to blow my load now with all the material I've written, but here's two kind of simple ones that I could that could be quite amusing to have in some sort of form. So one would be, instead of the escape room is you have to take your CV that's already been well formatted and submit it line by line into separate input boxes on a company's recruitment website.
Oh,
the
wow.
page, all the boxes blank if you click anywhere other than inside the boxes or a submit button. Now, I'm not sure if you've had to do this for comedy festivals, Tim, or how you do the submissions for those, but, we do a
Highly
few
relatable.
of these.
That's exactly what you got to do. I've now figured out a system over the many years of just having all the information in a Google Doc so I can easily copy and paste it into the different formatted websites and stuff.
Oh, nice.
This is one of those examples, though, and I know that this actually works because people have sold games like, Farming Sim and Truck Driving Sim, which just sell like hotcakes, but it's weird because it kind of just feels like work. Well, I found this with Animal Crossing as well. It's like, what am I? I'm just picking up trash now, and I mean, this doesn't feel like escapism to me.
Yeah, but it appeals somehow. And so, there's a much briefer one there, and you can vary these in length. So you've got to organise a bunch of Tupperware drawers and lids, and then they let you out. So
we're actually getting some very strong emotional responses from your image here of the Tupperware spilling forth. Lauren from Ireland says, I have PTSD from looking at that Tupperware picture.
Right. So we won't take too much time, but so then how I could communicate it, amusingly with a visual aspect as well as the scenario, so there's a list of sort of rules or requirements for each one. Maybe hand draw it. Maybe if some of these have already been done in sort of the other segments, do something a bit different. So I mentioned there possibly using a 3D modeling to SketchUp, which is open source, and I can actually, so you just see down the bottom left there, it's pretty simple to see what the scenario would be there. We've in the left image down there, but basically I can make that room with some items and actually can browse around it and do a screen record, browsing and narrating at the same time. So I'm kind of leaning towards that at the moment, doing a sort of a 3D modeled escape room with whatever the scenario is, and then being able to send that to you as a video, so it'd be easier to play short clips.
Mate, I absolutely love this. In fact, this is so dope that my co-host Rufus has come in to visit because this is such a dynamite segment. His little dog, by the way. So just talk me through how you would see this playing out on the show. So you would sort of make these videos up of like sort of static images that are 3D models. You narrate over the top. You throw them over to me. Maybe what would be like the best idea for a real life escape room for a business? Yeah. Well, I hadn't really thought beyond coming up with the amusing scenarios, and or maybe it's like maybe we come up with kind of like a, one of those cutaways of the side of a building where in each room is there's 9 rooms, 3x3 cube, and each one's kind of like a task that you must face. On this sort of adventure as you move through. I'll just give you an example of what I mean by the 3D modeling. So I'm still screen sharing. Yeah. So here we go here. So this is this scenario.
this scenario is a self-checkout scenario.
Did you build all these objects?
Let's think, Tim. They're open source, so people have already drawn these around the world, and you can just jump in. And there's even a wee credit card here. So I'll just read the narration for this one. So, escape room, except it's just a self-checkout machine, and you have to self-checkout 50 items of groceries. If you require assistance from the attendant, you must restart the room.
Oh, man.
As well as this, your FPOS card has a scratch in the strip, and you forgot your bags. And you have to carry all the groceries out of the room for them to let you out.
This is tremendous. That man's stealing apples. No, he's not. He's just
he's
like,
the
we
attendant.
haven't figured out. Yeah. Right. Oh, okay. He's working there.
So I just you can do an object search. So I just object search grocery clerk, and he's there already. Someone's already drawn him, and he's fondling the fruit or something. I'm not really. I don't really think that would be allowed at the moment, but he's there.
Let's take him at his word, sort of give him the benefit of the doubt, and just assume he's putting the apples in there, and doing something in supermarkets called facing up, which means making all the aisles look pretty. Putting products
that's right.
facing forward.
He has done well there. He's got the colours are good. So we'll see how we go. This is definitely within my capability to put together. So. Yeah.
Well, Oliver, this is getting more heat than I've ever seen in the live comments. People are very excited to see where this goes, and they absolutely demand that you do it. Tupperware seems like a early front runner. People are into that. I am all about the supermarket scenario. It just looks so beautiful. I think because it's like, we're not supermarkets are the one thing we're allowed to do, but even that, we're not supposed to be going too much. And now just anything that isn't my house looks so freaking delicious. Maybe giving us a 3D render of any environment that is in our exact lockdown coordinates is a true blessing.
Yeah. And I've got a few ideas, and we can take a journey to other places that we're not allowed to go at the moment.
Look, this is absolutely brilliant. And Oliver, I couldn't be more impressed with your repertoire of skills. An engineer, a poet, a visionary, a Renaissance man, I don't want to say animator because it's not moving, but an incredible designer of escape room games.
Yeah.
We got to make this happen, man. What's it going to take?
Right.
Are you going to do this? Could you commit on screen
we'll
right
do
now
it.
to me and the viewers?
Let's make it happen.
I love this.
And
how long do you need? Do you think you could do a present of a early product in the next step, or do you need a week, or what's the go here?
Oh no, I'll do. Yeah, I'll get one for the next episode. Yep, easy. Yeah, and do we want in each segment? Do we want just one scenario per clip, or try to put 2 or 3 in, or do we do it? If I just do the clips.
Let's start with one, because here's what I don't want. I don't want you to get burnt out with the workload and then never do it again. So as you said before, let's not blow your whole load immediately.
Okay. Yep.
We'll do one on the first one and see how hard that is to put together, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, cool. Yep, sounds good. Sweet as. I don't have any runs or social media. You can just find the clips here on Happening Show. Yeah.
Would you like to shout anything else out that exists in the world? It could be a charity, a famous person, an animal, a food that you like, or a favorite number even.
Probably Mitre 10. It's Kiwi owned. I spend a lot of money there. Yep.
Yeah. Shout out Mitre 10. You've probably got one near you. Oh, there's also been a request from Robin for a pub. If you could,
absolutely. Yep.
See your way to finding a pub. That's something we're all missing at the moment.
And anyone else any ideas?
Oliver?
The other thing was your segment names. Sorry, just lastly before we go.
Oh yes, yes.
A couple there. Post any segment names in the comments as well. So I'll just run through realist escape room scenarios. Escape room, except it's real life.
Ocular adventures, but adventures is spelt with an O.
Oh right, okay, yep, that's good.
Oliver's Odd Ventures actually calls a portmanteau as Odd and Adventures, don't you think?
Oliver's Adventures. Yep, that's not bad.
Because it's sort of odd, because they're like, wireframe and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm spitballing here. This isn't for me. This is for all of us. So, escapism room. That's very good from Sudsy. That's a very good suggestion.
Oh, yep.
Keep mulling that over, everyone who's watching, and please just submit your comments in the live chat because those comments will be available for Oliver and I to have a pick over after the show.
Sweet as.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Oliver. You're a legend. I can't wait for this segment.
Cool. Thanks, Tim.
Catch you, mate. Bye.
See ya.
Just tremendous stuff. It is so cool. I can't wait to see the finished product on that. I see Guy Montgomery's joined us in the comments. Monty, I'm just going to go ahead and going to try and give you a ring now. I hope you're ready for that. Let's see. I don't even know if you'll have Skype open, but maybe. Odd Ventures. People are hot on Odd Ventures. People are hot on Mitre 10. This is good. Oh, here we go. There's a beautiful face I wanted to see. Guy Montgomery, how are you? You are live on the air. Let me just make sure everyone else can hear you as I can. Although it would be a classic gag to keep your volume off,
Tim, fight it my way, I'd be muted for this whole segment.
Really?
Well, if only to serve the bit. How are you, man? I'm loving the show. Gee whiz, that's a get up.
Oh, cheers, bud. So I was actually thinking of maybe for the next happening doing just a quiz, just a pub quiz, because I spent all day a couple of days ago creating a quiz for some pals to do on Zoom, and this is the get up that I wore because everyone gets dressed up in my circle of friends for these pub quizzes we're doing.
You've actually got shades of Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can.
You're going to win friends with compliments like that, Guy Montgomery. I won't even take a shot at you. You've given me a big head of steam.
Gee whiz, that's nice. I'm gonna slightly up the angle here. So what you've caught me in that process of, Tim, is actually I've been I made a spelling bee last night. I hosted a spelling bee. What do you think about that? It's really good fun. I got designs on pulling together a bunch of comedians from around the world and hosting some public spelling bees. It's quite a fun format, and so I had a big night on that. And when I was doing it, I was trying to, because every word you've got to have a sentence ready for the word, and so a lot of my sentences seem to deviate back to the idea that Mike Hosking is the Zodiac Killer and buries bodies in a reservoir at the back of his house.
Does the timing even stack up for him being the Zodiac Killer in terms of his age?
Absolutely not. But that's exactly the sort of move you'd expect from someone as cunning and nefarious as the Zodiac Killer. And I was also researching what was happening on this day. That was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then this morning I thought, well, I know quite a lot about what happened yesterday, but let's find out what happened today. And I'll share it with Tim. And Tim, today is the 14th of April, 2020. This is a most momentous day. Not today specifically, but in life. So much has happened on this day. I actually would like to start with a personal one. This was prompted by Facebook memories. Here's something that we did on this day. I wonder if you can remember the specifics. I certainly can't.
Should I try and guess the year based on what you tell me? 2014. So we took a photo of that, huh?
Bang on the money. 2014. Yeah, 6 years ago. Unbelievable. That was the early days of our friendship. We didn't even have any sort of ill will towards each other at that point.
Wow, what a virginal, fresh relationship we had without any complexity or layers. What was the occasion that Facebook deigned important to remind you of?
We just posted that on the Worst Idea of All Time page. It was just a photo of us, and it said, here we go. I imagine we were either about to watch or discuss Grown Ups 2. At a guess.
Cute. Isn't that adorable of us?
It really is. You also caught me. I'll tilt the camera down.
Yeah, please do.
I'm making a little AeroPress here.
Oh, I love that. So nifty, eh?
First of all, you gotta wet your filter. It is so nifty. And then I'm sorry to say that I've also actually got to I've got to grind the beans.
I was fire the volume down a bit there on you, Monty.
Wondering whether or not that would be therapeutic or a pain in the ass.
A little from column A.
Little from column B. Anyway, so I thought you might be interested to know some of the other momentous happenings of April 14th through the years. I beg of you to hark your mind back to April 14, 2019, Tim, when a little-known regional mayor of South Bend, Pete Buttigieg, announces his presidential campaign in Indiana.
Oh,
Do you remember? Do you remember
is you pushing go on the blender like your kind of musical sting for the bit? That's you putting a button on the day we're dealing with.
You remember that? When that took up our news cycle, that sort of shit?
That's fantastic. I don't even know where you would find that. Is that on a Wikipedia page or something? Where did that come up? How did you figure that out?
Well, I've just been doing my research. After each piece of information, I invite you to discuss it with me, or you can say more information, please, and I'll give you more information.
Okay, more information, please, if you have it.
I don't have any more information on Pete.
Do you know any of the details of how Pete Buttigieg announced his candidacy? Because I imagine this is how I imagine it went down. Okay, he's at he's the mayor of a town that has, from memory, something like 200,000 people, something like that. South Bend, Indiana. It's a small town. Now, Pete Buttigieg has been a celebrated intellect his entire life. He's a gifted orator. He's shown some leadership skills and a lot of bravery by coming out of the closet as a former vet and public official in a state that is not super queer friendly. He's been celebrated for this on the left. He's gotten a big head of steam, and so at a council meeting, he gets bored and decides to railroad it by saying, everyone shut the fuck up. I think I've got an idea. I'm going to run for president. And everyone was shocked and in a state of disbelief. But he committed to it, and he did it. And he actually, to his credit, did very well.
The guy did given the way that he announced, as detailed by you, the guy did fantastic. No one could have seen that coming.
Absolutely not. It's the way to, I think, announce a candidacy as well. Just be bored in a room somewhere and go, hey, everyone, shut up. I've had a thought. I'm going to run for president.
Pete's talking.
Yeah.
Everyone has to be quiet. That's how he'd announce his speeches. It's a little more recent one. And now I ask you to travel further back in time with me to the year 2000, when
Hold on. So here's a more recent one, and we're going further back in time. I'm lost.
2019 is the more recent one. I ask of you now to travel further back with me in time.
Pardon. Gotcha.
To a year prior to 2019. In the year 1989, Tim, the 1,100,000,000th Chinese person was born.
Wow. Not quite as big a milestone as 1 billionth, but a lot bigger than 1 billionth and one.
I know. I don't know what day the 1 billionth one was born, but this is the information I've got. That one's pretty minor. To be fair, I'm now going to jump back forward because I skipped over this one, but I feel like I should have done the one I skipped over instead of the one I just did. In 2000, Metallica filed a lawsuit against peer-to-peer sharing phenomenon, Napster.
I remember this. Well, probably not at the time because I was... Did you say 2001?
2000.
I would have been 12 or something. That's Lars Ulrich, right? That's his name, the drummer. People fucking hate, and by people I mean me, fucking hate that guy specifically because of this thing you've brought up.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. He was hated for a long time in the nerd community because we were like, hey man, we just want to fucking listen to all the music in the world. Is that so bad? And he was like, you really should be paying the artist for it. And we were like, but we're children and we want to just listen to it.
It's, I mean, I felt like I was using LimeWire long after 2000, but I guess, the long arm of the law can take a while to enact change.
From memory, his court action was against Napster, and LimeWire came after.
I see. LimeWire filled the vacuum, did it?
Do you remember the big thing with LimeWire was that they would fire really popular songs out, but the artist was a bit wrong, but not totally wrong, but just wrong enough to fuck you up?
That's sort of like what off-brand sports video games would do, where you'd play with the 2004 Black Caps, and you'd have Daniel Vet Airy, and you'd be like, this is almost the same. I just remember on LimeWire, I would download a whole Lupe Fiasco album, and before every single song, the sting would come on. It would go, hiphopgame.com. And then now, when I listen to Lupe Fiasco, like on Spotify or wherever, and it doesn't come on, I'm always like, this isn't the right version of the song.
Because it's missing the sting.
Because it's missing the sting. That's what the memory does. Tim, I've got some bangers for you, and I want to get through them before you call time on our catch-up.
Mate, I feel so bad because I feel like I'm rushing people through their shit. You take all the time you want. We're in a relaxed environment here. Stir your coffee, take your time. I'm not going to cut you off till you're ready. Please, what you got for me, big boy?
Well, I got this fresh, hot cup of Java you've just watched me make. The mug is from Remy's, which is a fantastic sort of locally owned general store in Portland, Maine. This mug was $3. Got a pair of brand new Levi's for $30. Would you believe it? Okay, I'm going to go way back in time now.
Sorry, hold on. How are those two things related? In the same place where you got the mug, you got a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Yes, sick.
Mug and a pair of jeans for $34. I also got a T-shirt for $2. $36. A new outfit and new mug.
That's only $3. That is cheap.
That's dirt cheap. Now I'm gonna go way back in time now to 1865. It was on this very day that U.S. President Abraham Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington.
Wow. What year again?
1865. And
That's a good one.
If you think that's the only historic disaster to befall on April 14th, think again, because in 1912, Tim, the RMS Titanic hit an iceberg at 11:40 p.m. off of Newfoundland. Well, I know that you've got your thoughts on the Titanic, and I'm not here to push anyone's buttons or tell them they're right or wrong.
Now, I might dedicate an entire episode to this, and I want to say right up front, this is not from me, from my uneducated, silly, smooth brain. This is from the genius known as Carlo Ritchie, noted historian, academic,
Titanic historian,
improviser and comedian from Australia, Carlo Ritchie, who has such a confidence and wealth of knowledge about the RMS Titanic not sinking and it being a conspiracy theory. And I got to admit, I looked into this a little bit. There's a lot of evidence to suggest it didn't sink. That in fact it was its near identical twin sister, the RMS Olympic, that sunk in a scheme concocted by JP Morgan to murder a bunch of bankers who were opposed to his plan for a centralized bank in America and simultaneously claim a huge insurance sum. The pieces are all there for anyone to find.
Carlo Ritchie is the same man who claims he co-wrote the script for the movie Titanic with John Cameron in 1995 and sold his share for a slab of beer. So you got to be wary of how much you read into what he says, but certainly the guy has been thinking about the Titanic for too long.
He's an Aussie, Hey, just while you were talking about John Wilkes Booth and Abraham Lincoln, I feel like I'm in a real pub quiz zone now. I'm trying to find this crazy fact. Do you know about this fact?
What?
That like one of their sons saved the other one from a train killing them or something. Robert Lincoln, so I'm going to assume that's Lincoln's son. Robert Lincoln was once saved from possible serious injury or death by Edwin Booth, who was John Wilkes Booth's son. Edwin is the brother of John Wilkes. So we've got John Wilkes Booth who murdered Lincoln. Lincoln's son is Robert. Robert was saved by John Wilkes Booth's brother. The incident took place on a train platform in Jersey City, New Jersey. The exact date is uncertain, believed to have taken place in late 1863. Would you like to hear a piece on the incident from Century magazine?
That predates the assassination. God, these families can't get out of each other's business. What is this, the frickin' Sopranos?
America was very small back then. There was only 70 people in the country. The incident occurred while a group of passengers were late at night purchasing their sleeping car places from the conductor who stood on the station platform at the entrance of the car. The platform was about the height of a car floor. What? The fuck does that mean?
You know the popular measurement, a car floor.
And there was, of course, a narrow space, of course, between the platform and the car body. There was some crowding, and I happened to be pressed against the car body while waiting my turn. This is Robert Lincoln recalling the event. In this situation, the train began to move, and by the motion, I was twisted off my feet and had dropped somewhat with my feet downward into the open space and was personally helpless when my coat collar was vigorously seized and I was quickly pulled up and out to a secure footing on the platform. Upon turning to thank my rescuer, I saw that it was Edwin Booth, whose face was, of course, well known to me, and I expressed my gratitude to him, and in so doing, called him by name. So did you say this was pre-assassination?
Well, yeah, they said it was in late 1863. The assassination was in 1865. So I don't know what Edwin Booth was doing.
Right. That is mad.
That is mad. I've got a few more of my own mad facts to share with you, Tim, if you're so interested.
I would fucking love to hear them, Monty.
1894 was the first public showing of Thomas Edison's kinetoscope, aka moving pictures. And look at us now. We are a couple of moving pictures in front of each other, trapped in our houses. Times are better,
25
times
moving
are
pictures
worse.
per second. It's like magic.
On an inspiring note, in 1903, Dr. Harry Potts discovered the vaccine against typhoid.
Hey, that bodes well for the current times. It's a nice little reminder that we can fix these things.
That's right. And then finally, Tim, and I will now read from the work that I'm about to mention until you decide that you don't want it anymore. In 1939, John Steinbeck published his well-known novel, The Grapes of Wrath. Chapter 1. To the Red Country and part of the Grey Country.
And that was Guy Montgomery. I'm not going to say a bad word against because he said I look like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I am an egotistical man with a thin skin who loves compliments about his appearance. Great to be joined by my old mate Monty. You should follow him on Twitter. That's his handle. And check out his spelling bee. It sounds like he's already kicked off. I was sorry to have missed that. He's going to be doing a spelling bee with comedians around the world from henceforth. Exciting stuff. Okay, so some more content for you now. Been jibber-jabbing for a long time. What do we got for you? Oh, this fabulous bloody... Okay, so there's a guy who loves surfing, but he can't surf at the moment because it's illegal. His name is George Service, and I even think I've got a chyron for... Maybe I don't. Should have played the content first. God damn it. Almost had this flawlessly. Anyway, he's made up this fantastic little video of him trying to play out his love of surfing that he can't do in the ocean at the moment. Check this out from George. How good is that? That's George Service, who can't surf right now, but he would love to if he could. That handle right there is for both his Instagram and his Twitter. Doo-doo. What do you guys think about doing a pub quiz for one of these happenings in the not too distant? If we just do... Yeah, great audio work on that. Damn right, Scara. Damn right. If one of the happenings is just a pub quiz, how would that be? I think we should do it. Now I've got another video. This one sent in by Jacob. And it's simply titled Bernie... Oh, is it Bernie Hats or Bernie's Hats? Either way, this is a bit of content from Jacob.
Sometimes I think that the people in this institution and in the White House are really losing contact and not knowing what's going on with the American people. In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
Every part of that ruled. I loved the visuals. I loved the idea. I loved, in particular, the audio. Not to take away from your fantastic work, Jacob, but I loved the audio. Because I sent Jacob a little message just making sure I wasn't going to get in any shit because the audio was so good. I was like, is this copywritten? Is this someone's music that you've utilized for your art that YouTube's going to get all hot and heavy on me about? He said, no, don't need to worry about it, Timbo. He said, glad you liked it. Music is Hoppin' by North Anatolian Fault. That's a new word that I don't know how to pronounce. He gave me permission to use it, and he's not with a label or anything. Highly doubt it would get flagged. I wonder if I could find that artist and put that on for a little bit. Oh, this is... Okay, so if you Google search it, you're going to find the fault line itself rather than the artist for which... well, they've named themselves after the fault line. Are they on... Oh, yeah, they are. They're on Spotify. That's sick. Let's see if I can play their music and not get in trouble. Less than 1,000 plays. Let me know if you guys can hear that, because I'm not sure how that... Actually, I'll play it on the other computer. Oh, and by the way, if anyone would like to get at me, have a little chat, let me put this on screen while I sort the other thing out. Feel free to give us a bell. The Skype is open. Let us know how you're doing. Have a little chit-chat. I'm going to find that later, actually, during a song, because I don't know how to spell it. It's going to be too hard. It's going to be too tricky for me, folks. Now, next bit of content that I would love to share with you, the beautiful audience, either live or later, the later audience, is a bit of content that's been made by Maria. Maria Mo, I'm pretty sure. Maria is a very hilarious person on Twitter who I follow. She's also a concert pianist. Like, I think by occupation, she plays piano, which is just tremendous. A professional musician who is also a fan of Cats and of Gilmore Girls. Oh, we're just getting a call from someone. So before we get into that, we'll just see who's joining us on the line. Hello, caller. Oh,
roads, the grey country and the dark red country began to disappear under a green cover. In the last part of May, the sky grew pale and the clouds that had hung in high puffs for so long in the spring were dissipated.
Baby, I don't need you. I just wanna freak you. I heard you a freak too. What's 2 + 2? 4, 3, 2.
Now that I've worn out the world. I'm on my knees in fascination.
That was the Gil Meow Girls from Maria. Chiron right there. Right now, I think she's Mo Exotic. She's very funny, very good on Twitter.
On northward, a wind that softly clashed the drying corn. A day went by and the wind increased.
I'm going to see if I can put some music on under Monty from north.
Dust from the roads fluffed up and spread out
Anatolian Fault.
Side of the fields and fell into the fields a little way. Now the wind grew strong and hard and it worked at the rain crust in the cornfields. Little by little, the sky was darkened by the mixing dust and the wind felt over the earth, loosened the dust and carried it away. The wind grew stronger. The rain crust broke and the dust lifted up out of the fields and drove grey plumes into the air like sluggish smoke. The corn threshed the wind and made it dry. The grapes of wrath, rushing sound. The finest dust did not settle back to earth now, but disappeared into the darkening sky.
True
the wind
chaos.
grew strong, whisked under stones, carried up straws and old leaves, and even little clods, marking its course as it sailed across the fields. The air and the sky darkened, and through them the sun shone redly, and there was a raw sting in the air. During a night, the wind raced faster over the land, dug cunningly among the rootlets of the corn, and the corn fought the wind with its weakened leaves until the roots were freed by the prime.
It's probably gone on as long as I can handle, that's for sure. What's going on in the live stream comments, everybody? Love how much happening flirts with copyright strikes. So fun fact about this show, not a single episode so far, because it gives you a little description YouTube does after the live video has been stored for all and sundry to see. It sort of lets you know the status of it, and none of them are possible to be monetized because of copyright strikes, which is exactly how I would like this to operate. I don't want to derive income from that horrible company, Alphabet, through Google, down, seeping into YouTube. They're all bad people all around. There is an alien being behind you, Guy. Oh, wait, no. It's his girlfriend. Lauren, what's what's that all about? Oh, looks like I'm getting joined by my co-host, who's learned a cool new trick. Come here, Rufus. Come here. Come here. So Rufus has only just figured out in the last 12 hours at our house, come here, that we've actually got a cat door on our front door, which goes one way but not the other.
Oh, come on.
Come on, doggy. Yeah. So what he has figured out that he can do is he can take himself outside and then trap himself. So just get a little rasp on the front door when he's managed to get out, but then he can't get back in. 10 out of 10 would listen to audiobook read by Guy. Guy's got a great voice. He's got a great set of pipes on him. He's done a bit of professional voicing work in his time, both for commercials and for cartoons. Maybe he could voice like a cartoon version of Rufus. If there's any animators who would like a cool project, if you want to make a story, a little short story about Rufus, and then Guy Montgomery could voice cartoon Rufus, I think that would be pretty cool. I'm sure he would do it too. We could put all the pieces together. It would be sweet. The Adventures of Rufus in Quarantine. It'd be really cool. Look at him yawning. He's a sleepy little boy. He loves to sleep, and he loves a pat. Okay. What else have we got for you in the show today? There might be... Oh, no, we've got a flippin' fantastic little bit sent in to us from Strang Cole, who is a huge contributor to the show. See you, Rufus. He's out here. Oh, he's found his own chair. That's cute. He's just having a hunt around, getting used to the room. Strahan has sent in Lockdown Safari. I shall say no more. I shall simply play the clip. Please enjoy. That is a submission from Strong Cole, who is, I'm going to like deputize as being senior producer of Happening. I hope that that's a multi-part series. I want to know what happens next in Lockdown Safari. I got sent a. I've just got a dog desperately scratching on the door trying to get out, but the show must go on, as they say. He's trying to figure out what the neighbours are up to. He's getting stressed out. I'll pop this on and then I'll suss the dog out a little bit. My mate Ryan Richards, whose wedding I recently emceed, actually, beautiful day. God, it was a beautiful wedding. Has sent me in this lovely bit of self-quarantined, self-made art. Ryan is a actor, a writer, a comedian in New Zealand, and here's what he sent. That is Ryan Richards there. The man knows how to weave a tale. A lot of twists and turns there, a lot of reveals. You love to see it. I hope everyone has rudimentary cooking skills during this lockdown, because that's the thing that'll really save you. I got distracted a little bit by an email that just came. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind. I opened up the door so Rufus can come in and out, and it's blowing a gale out there. It's quite exciting. Like a bit of weather. Don't mind it at all. Got an email sent in from Matt. Matt writes, Dear Tim Bat, this is Matt Rossi reaching out on behalf of the Normal Comedy crew. Thanks so much for playing Roadhouse. We just do this for fun and had a blast knowing that you thought it was great. We have numerous other projects independently, and this is more or less our collaboration page, thus we don't promote it as much as we should. We were laughing because as we were watching your live stream, we realized the only other video on that channel is a video we did in a New Zealand accent. Just a reminder, these guys are American. Maybe give it a watch. Either way, this pushed us to upload the rest of our independent catalogs, yes, to the same page. So if anyone saw this and wants more, you can let them know. I am doing that right now. I hope it's okay that I'm reading this email, Matt. Once again, thank you so much. This was a hoot for us, and especially myself being a fan of the worst idea of all time and Deathblart for a long time. Also, thanks for our new page banner. And it's I'll show you. It's a lovely little screenshot from the show today of me presenting them with a chyron. The chyrons are all important. So I think, realistically, we got to see the other video. So this is a great way to, I think, top and tail the show. Put some beautiful symmetrical bookends on it. This is the one other video that up until now was available on Normal Comedy's YouTube stream. Let's get a load of these.
Check this out.
All right, yeah, let's see where this goes. Oh, hold on. Is you in the bush, mate?
Yeah, mate. That's right. I'm in the bush, mate. I'm in the bush.
Oi. All right now. Don't know about that. Don't think you're supposed to be there, mate. That's defamation of public property, I reckon. It's a crime.
Yeah, mate. That's where you're wrong. This isn't public property. This is my property.
What?
Yeah, mate. I bought this bush, mate. I bought this bush.
But that sign right there says property of the Public Parks and Recreation Department.
I bought that too, mate. I bought this bush, and then I bought the sign.
Well, why would you do that?
Oh, I thought it made for a nice accessory. Really makes the ambience, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I suppose so.
Oi, mate. You want a cup of almond milk?
Or, don't know about that, mate. Seeing as how yous, lives in a bush and all, I'm gonna have to reckon that you don't have a refrigerator to keep that almond milk cold.
Oh, but I do have a refrigerator, mate. I've got one right here.
Oh, how have you gone and done that?
I've got a generator, mate. I've got a generator that powers a refrigerator. I've got a generator that I bought with my money.
No.
Yeah, mate. I bought the bush. I bought the sign. I bought the generator. And now, I'm gonna buy
you. No, you can't do that. That's against the law.
Oh, I bought the politicians, mate. I bought the politicians.
You rat bastard. You're an absolute madman who's gone absolutely drunk with power. You can do with me what you want. You just know that I accept my fate with a clean conscience. Ask yourself, when you're at the pearly gates, awaiting judgment from St. Peter, is he gonna permit you in? Or is he gonna punish you for your gluttony? Purchasing all these things and a refrigerator to boot.
Oh, no, I didn't buy the refrigerator, mate.
What? Well, and how did you get the fridge?
I rented it from Rack, mate. Rent-a-Center.
Rent-a-Center. Come rent a refrigerator what you need.
I love you, Dad.
Dudes, that is so cool. That is normal comedy, and you should like them on YouTube because you're in that special situation where no one knows about them just yet. They've got like 9 subscribers or something. Search normal comedy on YouTube. They have promised me in an email from Matt that they are putting up more videos as we speak from their back catalogue. I love their stuff. That is hilarious. Absolutely nailed the Kiwi accent there. And that's what we do. We hide in bushes, we rent refrigeration units, and we freak people out with our different concepts of what milk can be when you set your mind to it. Embarrassingly, I forgot to play this earlier in the show, and I almost ended the show without it. Not on my watch. Not this captain of this ship today, the 14th of April in the year of our Lord 2020. We've got, I'm pretty sure I didn't play this earlier, from Alice Soper, true hero, Kiwi icon, and contributor extraordinaire to Happening. This is Mad Skills Part 4. Take a knee and get a load of this.
G'day, welcome back to another episode of Mad Skills with me, Alice Soper. Today we're going to be looking at one of the big girl's best friends, old mate Bunt and old mate Finn. So yeah, put me in, coach, I'm ready.
Up to the 22, rolling over.
You can't hear me, but now you can. I'm going to play that again for the reason that I did a little bit of a touch-up on the audio there. There's another version of Mad Skills Part 4 with just slightly better audio, so I might make it a bit easier for you to hear it. So here, without further ado, once again, the proper version of Mad Skills Part 4 from Alice Soper.
G'day, welcome back to another episode of Mad Skills with me, Alice Soper. Today we're going to be looking at one of the big girl's best friends, old mate Bunt and old mate Finn. So yeah, put me in, coach, I'm ready.
Open up to the 22, rolling over. Work it down the blind side, and it drives down his Supper the hooker. Head down, pumping the legs, still pumping the legs. Brilliant from Supper.
No, look, it was a great carry, it was a great ball. Yeah, no, straight through them. Yeah, Saracens. Yeah, they won the championship twice. So, who am I making this out to? Is it Common Household? Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome. Hey, thank you so much for being such a fan. Yeah, happy to have one. Yep, sure, let me grab that for you. Okay. Nice one. Alright, cheers, mate.
Right, we interrupt that peacocking to bring you back to the whole point of the thing. How you can get this mad skill. Firstly, you need a body like this. Good thing, we're in isolation. Plenty of time to build one. And a good fin needs a good gun. Ready to go. Thankfully, you don't have to be blessed with footwork like this. Because sometimes finesse is not what's best, and you've just got to muscle on through. For a basic bunt, you use your hard parts to break hards. Get in, dip in, get out. That's a mad skill. And 2 for 1, it's twice as fun. Find the seam and explode on through. That's a mad skill. And if they've started too low, well, away they go. Send them to the ground and let them eat dirt. That's a mad skill. If she's a little ankle biter, you don't have to fight her. A tap in the face, you'll win the race. That's a mad skill. But I'm telling you, friends, there's nothing more delicious than the old eat hand. Serve him up a plate. Oh yeah, that's a mad skill.
Right, so that's been another episode of Mad Skills. End of the day, it's about using your hard parts and your soft parts too. Find a way through. Mad Skills.
I fully believe, thanks to Alice Soper, that that's her Twitter handle there. I could play rugby at this point. I feel like I know the exact training regime, using nothing but a broom to get me onto the field. Thank you, Alice. Mad Skills. That's our show today, folks. That's going to do it for us. A crisp 90 minutes. Make sure you follow us on all of the things. Twitter and Instagram is the same handle, @happening_show. Facebook, I promise I'm going to make some time to upload all of the segments from the previous episodes. The thing is, every time I do another episode, the pile builds up, so I've got to start shoveling through it and getting these things online on the Facebook, facebook.com/thisishappeningshow, so you can just look at the individual clips without having to go through a whole hour and a half or sometimes 2-hour show to find your favorite segments. And if you want to support us, we're on patreon.com/happeningshow. Haven't figured out the rewards yet, but I will at some point. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, contributing. Please send your art in to thisishappeningshow@gmail.com. That email address again, thisishappeningshow@gmail.com. That'll do it for us for happening number 9. Happening number 10 next time. Will we do a pub quiz? Maybe. Let me know if you think that's a good idea or not in the comments.
you.